Good morning and welcome to the Friday Fast Five for Friday, February 21st, 2020. I'm actually going to talk about two things today and I'm going to keep it to 5 minutes. First thing I'm going to talk about is a new app that I'm using here. It's not new, it's just new to me. It's called Screencastify. It's been around for a while. This is a Chrome plugin that I'm using to do this screencast to you this morning. And I'm going to talk about that because I'm going to use that in the context talking about flipping the classroom. We've been talking about flipping the classroom, particularly in the middle school here, for quite a while. And I'm not really hearing a lot of teachers using this as an effective tool regularly as part of their instruction. So one of the interesting things, as I was out kind of looking for research, I found this ASCD article, right? Kind of a tried and true source for the things that we do in classrooms. And they talk about why should we be flipping the classroom. And the first thing that catches your eye is what are some bad reasons, right? So, guy, you read a book and you got excited, so you did it, right? Bad reason, because you think it will create a 21st century classroom. We use that, right? We're not really using those terms anymore. You think you'll become cutting edge, right? A lot of reasons that have a lot of flash to them, but are not really core to what the real benefits of flipping the classroom are. Some of these things I think that you probably can relate to either in hearing and talking with your students or even in your own family. So I want you to think about these reasons and think about how they might apply to things that happen in your classroom in ways that you might be helping students access the material in a way that makes sense to them that they don't maybe currently have available. So first one, flipping helps busy students, right? We all know that these kids are involved in a bunch of things after school. Flipping classroom, putting video content out there, prepping kids for the next day so that they can watch that stuff in their car, at their hockey practice, at grandma's house, I think is a great way to help students be flexible and learn anywhere. Helping struggling students, right? Students can now come back and they can watch those videos over and over again if they need to. They can also, one of the ways you can do this is you can have students create videos for other students. So maybe those struggling students can hear from multiple points of view, right, of different students, and maybe one of those ways will click for them. Helping students of all abilities. It lets students learn at their own pace. Some students will have to watch it only once. Some students can maybe skip around and hit those areas that they only need to have a refresher on. Pause and rewind, right? So it's not just watching again with the rewind, but a pause. They're partway through a lesson, they can pause it. Mom is talking to them. They need to go do something else. Come back, pick it up, finish it later, right? Very powerful. Increases student-teacher interaction. So now instead of being in your classroom delivering the content to the students, you've already done that outside of classroom, and it maximizes your time in the classroom to meet with those individuals or small groups of students, to meet them where they're at and make sure that they are getting the instruction that they need. Allows you to get you to know your students better. Again, this is related to that increased teacher-student interaction, right? You can also use this in conjunction with some asynchronous communications, whether that's email or chat or whatever it is, so that students can actually watch that video, ask questions on their own time. It increases interaction between students, right? Because the role of the teacher has changed more, right, to a tutor than deliverer. It also allows opportunities for students to interact with other students, right, when you are working with a different group. Help those students become leaders, give them those communication and collaboration skills, right, our C's, to bring that, another way to bring that into life, into your classroom. Allows for real differentiation, allows students to proceed. If you let out a whole series of videos, students can proceed through those at their own pace to get to where they need to be, right? Classroom management, again, increasing that engagement so that student discipline becomes less of an issue. We know kids love to learn through videos. They're on YouTube all the time. This is a real great way to get them sucked into your content, provided you're making those videos in a compelling way. Changes the way we talk to parents. We may have parents out there who benefit from this as well, right? And I'm like, there are many more. We're coming up to the end. I'm going to give you a link to this article. If you are interested in flipping your classroom and need help getting a video cast going, come and talk to me. Until next week, this is Eric, Friday Fast 5. Have a great weekend.